Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitamscha Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Jakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Sri Krishna Chaitanya Ki Vaikavitta Ya Maryata Rakshati Vaishnavanam Kripavalam Madhava Prasthakami Sri Bhakti Dham Varadimashyami Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Sri Varshavanavadevi Daitaya Kripabhate Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhurya Chvala Premadya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktida Sri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostude Namaste Gauravani Sri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudappa Siddhantarvantarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Gaur and Dandavat to all of you and to Srila Gurudev, Srila Babaji Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta and all our Saraswat Gauriya Guru Varga. So I hope that yes, everyone is using all his energy and time very nicely in Guru Vaishnav Seva, which is actually the only proper way to use our time and energy. Somehow we have to use our energy. So either we use it in the service of Maya or we use it in the service of Guru and Vaishnava. These two ways are open for us. And if we can convert everything like what comes along our pathway, this is very individual. So, but if somehow we can use it into Guru Vaishnav Seva, then that is the best thing what we can do. How best possible way, whatever we have, whatever situation we are into, if we can use it for Guru and Vaishnava, then that's the main thing. That's like the art of life, actually. How to create the situations always favorable for Guru and Vaishnava Seva, in which I am in at present. This can be so many varieties of situation, but still, I have to try to always see the possibility, how I can use this now. And for example, also today, we had in morning Raghu Prabhu, one devotee from Vrindavan. His parents were coming the first time to Mayapur, after a long time actually. And yes, we prepared something, some prasadam for them, and also Babaji Maharaj came to meet them, of course, and so it was very nice, like at the time, of Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta there, and the Gaudiya Math also, because sometimes the parents are coming, from the devotees, they're visiting the mat, and Prabhupada always would very carefully take care of them and also provide special prasadam and this. So we buy also a lot of sweets and so many. So they were very happy. And it was a nice discussion there also, because now our Raghu Prabhu there, he got also admission to the Indian international cricket team. It's like a big thing in sport, international Liga. So he's a very good player, and his parents are also very proud of him this way, that now he... and then Babaji Maharaj, he told that for him actually this can be bhajan, or this is bhajan. So, and because he is really following everything, he saw Babaji Maharaj, because when Babaji Maharaj is going to Vrindavan, he also is living there with him for 2-3 weeks always together. So in this time you can learn so much, by being in direct association with Guru and Vaishnava. And then he developed all this Vaishnav Sadachar, Vaishnav etiquette, the behavior and all the pakka, all rules and regulation he's following, like a brahmachari, And so he is traveling now a lot, because, in this kind of international thing, you have to travel here and there. Some game will be in China, some game will be in everywhere, not only in India, so also abroad sometimes. And then Babaji Maharaj said how he can maintain. So this is by Guru and Vaishnav Kripa, because there also he is staying alone, and he's cooking himself. He's getting up very early in the morning, cooking already before others wake up, and then doing his sadhana. The others, because this association around, they are all, practically speaking, of course, this is also rajas, because sports, but with mixed so much tamas, they all are eating meat, they just are, they are not all there vegetarians like this. So, and the hotels where they are staying, they also, all kind of dirty places actually where we would not go. So somehow Raghu Prabhu is, by the mercy of Babaji Maharaj, he is managing to stay far away from all this and do all his things, his morning rituals, his chanting, and then he's going out to play or for training, whatever. And he's also going everywhere where he is going in India, because so many places he is visiting. Then they go also he can go to different holy places. Always he takes the chance to go there when there is some time or before, offer some puja to the Thakurji there, Shivji. He's always carrying with him, which Babaji Maharaj gave him. So, and in this way, he is able to keep that. And it is also a chance in this way, because why it is bhajan for him? Because he always has in mind, how to propagate the Vani of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta. So still he's always having some books, he's always speaking about Babaji Maharaj, he's also showing his purity. So others who see him, they also become, they ask, oh, so nice, because, and he can now meet many, many prominent personalities, which is also very helpful for, they can give big, big donations even because so much, some they have a lot of money, no? And then for the Vrindavan center, also his parents, they are trying, I mean, they are ready because they are media people, so they are knowing so many Indian channels and TV and even Bollywood and so many connections they have. And on so many TV channels in India, Babaji Maharaj is already, they are managing this. And so it's very useful this way. And that's why Babaji Maharaj said for him it's not a problem. And because he's really using all his position or his time in his circumstances now in which he's in for a favorable service to Guru and Vaishnava. And that's what we also want, no? What we need to do, how everything can be converted. No? Whatever situation, just to convert it, that it's favorable for Guru Seva, by the mercy of Guru. And sannyas does not mean not to just wear a danda and red clothes, no. It is actually the mindset. If you have the mindset of just having no attachment to all those things which are around us, then we even, like Nityananda Prabhu, he can also go in the pub, he can in the pros quarter, he can even go, and still he is always pure. So pure Guru Vaishnavas, they are also like this. So it's not, they have full detachment from the outside things. So even though sometimes some grihastha or some people, they have to be in the world, but those who have Guru Kripa, they are fully detached from all this. They're just okay, it's just going on. But they always know inside. And that is the mood of a sannyasi, to give actually all pleasure to Guru and Vaishnava all the time. And only we should not misuse that. Because to think, no, now everything what I like, I can somehow relate to Krishna Bhajan. No. That in his case, in Raghu Prabhu's case, Babaji Maharaj is fully aware of what he's doing, and so he has his full blessings. And I mean, Babaji Maharaj approved it. And so that we have to do first, not decide before what we want to. So in this way, I mean, all is done under the guidance of Anugatya, of Srila Babaji Maharaj, and that is important. So yes, this was one interesting part of this meeting in the morning, so I just wanted to share this also. And yes, just recently we had opportunity also to observe Snana Yatra and the bathing ceremony of Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra, which is also taking place here in Mayapur at the Jagannath temple. Those who have visited Mayapur, they know. And of course, the main festival is in Jagannath Puri. And I was reflecting at the time when we were there, and once also my Gurudev, I mean, he would stay long time in Puri, maybe 2 or 3 months continuously in one place. And especially at this time, starting before Snana Yatra, long time, some weeks before, and then Ratha Yatra, of course, and also after. So it was always a very nice, fantastic time with so much opulence of Harikatha, pure Harikatha, many devotees, all Jagannath Prasadam, and very beautiful. And at that time, yes, it was that somehow devotees at these yatras, no, Snan Yatra or Ratha Yatra, the devotees would slowly disappear and would go there. And Gurudev, knowing that actually we cannot see, no, anything with in our present situation, so he would then in his Harikatha on that day, because there were now less people in the audience, no, they went to see Jagannath. let's say, in their opinion. But and then he started to say that actually the only way in the Harikatha on that day, that it's only possible through hearing. Aprakita vastu shravanaika vaidu, he used to say. Aprakita vastu is only possible to see through the ear, to hearing. So our whole spiritual life depends upon this. It is with our sense perception, we always be misguided. At the end, we will see whom? One wooden piece of wood, which is painted with some color and has no hand and legs. So this is very dangerous in the conditioned stage. And so if we have the chance to hear from a pure devotee, then for sure this is 100% more beneficial than going on our own, whimsical way to see Lord Jagannath. Because by actually hearing, the possibility is there that I can have real, actual darshan of Jagannath. So Harikatha, and that is also why Param Gurudev, for example, when he was visiting first time Mayapur, and this pastime, he came, and also when he first time met his Gurudev, at that time he was not initiated, so that was the first meeting in the Chaitanya Math, and so the first time Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Madhav Goswami Maharaj, he met Saraswati Thakur, and Saraswati Thakur also asked at that time, why did you come to visit Mayapur? Just some question. And they would answer, he was with another friend, to have darshan, different kind of darshan. And Prabhupada would say, really? So did you have darshan? And then already Madhav Maharaj, at that time Hayagriva Brahmachari, he already know that this has some deeper meaning, what this great sadhu, Saraswati Thakur, what he want to say or mean in front, what he is asking, that, so did you have darshan? And yes, actually, yes, what we can say. And then Prabhupada explained that the same thing, that actual darshan is only possible through the ears, through hearing, submissive hearing. Not only hearing, also submissive mood must be there. It's also important. So all our acharyas, they emphasize this point, very strongly, to always, not depend on our sense perception, rather always the hearing. That is the main thing. And then I think now we can start, because we have to finish. I think this Navadvip Dham Parikram. So there is one island more, which is called Modadrumadvip. And Modadrumadvip is the island of Dasyam, of the Angas of Bhakti, and is also can be compared with Bandirvan, because there's one huge banyan tree also. At that time. In previous Kalpa, it was there when Ram and Sita and Lakshman, they were coming to this place, to this area, Modadrumadvip, and in Treta Yuga. And at that time when they were banished, so they stayed at this place actually. And under that banyan tree, because Sri Ramachandra, he requested Lakshman to build one nice hut of leaves and bamboo, and they were living there. And also Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he mentions in his Navadvip Dham Mahatmya that one day, at that time when they were in the forest, Ram was just smiling, having a big smile on his face. And then Sita Devi, she was asking, oh, that why you so smiling, so happy? And then he started to explain that it is that area, that this Navadvip Dham, I'm appearing in Kali Yuga. So I will come. He was predicting, no? He was saying in the future, I will appear here from the womb of Sachi Mata, and in the house of Jagannath Mishra, Sachi Mata, Jagannath Mishra. And then he said there will be so many beautiful pastimes, Leelas. Actually, Babaji Maharaj said pastimes we should not use this word. He said always use Leela. So ordinary people may not understand, but we cannot, we should use Leela. So many enchanting Leelas, and he was going with kirtan here and there, spreading the holy name, distributing prema, no, like which is even rare to Brahma and Shiva. And then he said also that at one particular moment in this lila, I will take sannyas and then I will go to Puri, to Purushottam Kshetra. And then all will cry like the Sachi, and you also, because you will be the daughter of Vishnupriya. So that is the thing. He will make everyone cry. The Sachima, Vishnupriya, and yes, now we can also. That was the time in Treta Yuga. So, and he said again that he has the mission to distribute this love of God, which is composed of two elements like Sambhog and Vipralamba. And that's why he said it's important. Because Sita Devi was saying, why you make everyone cry? And the reason for this is that I want to distribute this love, but it's only experienced not only through meeting, but also through separation. And that's why also Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta, he said also that Gaudiya Bhajan, what is Gaudiya Bhajan? He said Gaudiya Bhajan is you have to cry. You have to cry, you have to cry. And Gaura Kishoras Babaji Maharaj said the same thing, that when he was asked, how can we attain Krishna? And he said the same, you have to cry. And another name also for Gauranga is Sajal, that his eyes, they are always full of water, of tears. He is always in separation, crying, showing that, because he is the Bhajan Shiksha Guru, showing the jivas how we have to cry for the Lord. Unfortunately, we are crying for so many other things, but not for the Lord. But he is showing us that. And once also, I heard that my Gurudev told some devotee when he was present at the Dhirobhav Tithi of Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj. Samadhi ceremony was going on, and then one person said to my Gurudev that, oh, now I feel like the world is completely empty. And then my Gurudev, he would quote that, Yugaidam nimeshena Chakshusha pravishayadam shunyayadam jagat sarvam govinda virahena, from Shikshastakam. That yugaidam nimeshana, out of separation from you, Mahaprabhu is saying here, or in the mood of Radharani, that in separation from you, a moment seems like a millennium. It's so painful, and Jakshu Pravishaitam, the eyes, they are full of tears, and Shunyai Damcha Gatsavam, the whole universe seems to be empty in the separation of Govinda Virahename. And then he said further that actually to get this feeling, you must have served your Gurudev very nicely, because this kind of feeling can only come if one has really served his Gurudev, and based on affectionate seva, no? Then, only then this is possible. So Gurudev would explain it this way. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he said that that Vipralamba Bhav, that is nourishing, that separation mood is nourishing the meeting. And he said that I mean, now when this Ramachandra, when I appear as Gauranga, then Kaushalya, the mother of Lord Ram, will become Sachi, and you, Sita Devi, will become Vishnupriya. That's how it is. And so Gauranga Mahaprabhu told that Rama, he told that at the end of this pastime of Rama and Sita, then Ramchandra will find an excuse to abandon Sita Devi. I mean, she was sent to the ashram. Ramchandra told, you go one morning and you tell Sita that you will bring her to the ashram of the Munis, because she likes always to visit the sadhu and this. But then she had to stay there. And she would know, it's a long thing actually, but she was sent to the ashram of Valmiki. And then in separation, because she would stay there then. And in separation, Lord Ramachandra, he would make a golden Sita and worship that deity. But he said that in Gaura Lila, then I will leave and you will make a Vigraha. That is Dameshwara, which Vishnupriya at the end, I mean, when Mahaprabhu took sannyas, that from that moment she worshipped this Vigraha in separation, like Ramchandra was worshipping also that form of Sita Devi in separation. So you see the connection. And in this way, Mahaprabhu, he wants to teach the whole world the mood of separation, of Vipralamba. And yes, and then, so Lord Ramchandra, he explained all this, that future to Sita, and at the end he just said, this is Navadvip Dham, and it is very, very dear to me, even more than Ayodhya. And he said this tree which is there, this huge banyan tree, is called Ramavat. It will disappear in Kali Yuga. So that's why we cannot see. But if we go to Modadrumadvip, we remember that area, that this was the place where Sita and Ram was there, and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained this, that this conversation took place about the appearance of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, which already was predicted from Ramchandra to Sita in Treta Yuga. And also, our Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he established there one mat. It's called the Modadrumadvip Gaudiya mat. And why? Because not only because of this pastime, but also it is the residence of Srila Vrindavandas Thakur. Vrindavandas Thakur ki jai. So that is his residence place. And he is actually the Vyasa, of Chaitanya Lila, Vyasa Dev of Chaitanya Lila. And he never met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but so many other devotees. And his mother is Narayani Devi. And Narayani Devi is the niece of Srivas Thakur. And there is this pastime also when once the Muslims, they were coming and attacking, they wanted to attack the devotees. I mean, at the end it was find out that it was only a rumor. But so Srivas Thakur was very nervous, like, oh, they're coming, and the Muslims with 2 big boats, and they will just attack us. And then he would go in his bhajan kutir and he would worship Lord Nishingadev. Jai Nishinga, Jai Nishinga, Jai Jai Nishinga, Palladesha, Jai Padma Mukha, Padma Bring, like this. He would, and Mahaprabhu, he was knowing that Srivas Thakur he was walking there, and he knocked then to the door, and Srivas Thakur was opening, and Mahaprabhu was asking, what you're doing? Then he was very, he could not say anything. He just see, and Mahaprabhu said that don't worry, because all these soldiers, I am Paramatma. I am also in their, I am the Paramatma of each and everyone. So I can change their heart. I can change their mind. So, and he said that, yes, let's see how these, let the Muslims recite the Quran. And then I will ask them that, I mean, I will not see the elephants which they have with them, and all other, they will not cry, the soldiers will not cry. So then Mahaprabhu said, what is the use of your recitation of the Quran if nobody is crying? And then he said to Srivas Thakur, do you believe I can do this? Do you believe I can do this? Bring your niece, Narayani, bring Narayani. And then he bring Narayani, Srivas Thakur, and Mahaprabhu just said, Hari Bol, chant Hare Krishna. And then she was just becoming mad and rolling on the ground like in ecstasy, and chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. So in this way, he became convinced that yes, Mahaprabhu has the power. At the end, as I said, it was actually not, it was only a rumor that these Muslims are coming. But that Narayani, he got that mercy, so much mercy from Mahaprabhu. And Narayani is the mother of whom? Vrindavandas Thakur. So that's why this pastime there is related. And yes, Vrindavandas Thakur, he met Nityananda Prabhu, he got their direct initiation, and he said also that he should preach everywhere, and he had the full kripa of Nityananda Prabhu, because preaching is only possible this way. And yeah, he was the compiler also of the Chaitanya Bhagavat, and Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta said that all the members or all those who come new to the Chaitanya Math, to the Gaudiya Math, he would always say to them to read Chaitanya Bhagavat. So it's such an important scripture which Srila Vrindavan Thakur gave to us. And also Babaji Maharaj tells us always, every day, at least we should touch, if not much, but one page, but we should read daily Chaitanya Bhagavat. And so because this is also the advice of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Prabhupada. So that's why it is so important. And so this Modadrumadvip is the place of his residence, of Srila Vrindavan Thakur. And of course we can also remember, because that is very much connected with Srila Vrindavan Thakur, which our Gurudev and Guru Varga always mentions. How is it possible that Srila Vrindavan Thakur, he is humble by kicking others on the head? No, there's always that discussion what really humility means. And because in Chaitanya Bhagavat it is written, it is said that Srila Vrindavan Thakur told that I have given so much glory of Nityananda Prabhu, and so if they still don't accept and disagree, then I will give them a kick on the head. And so in this way, Prabhupada also, he comments on this. He said it was also, we publish also on the Vrindavan Thakur. There is some short, was very nice, this commentary, which is there in the Chaitanya Bhagavat, that the chastisement of a pure devotee actually is the surest way to become free from anartha nivritti. No, that is our problem. We have to pass this stage of anartha nivritti. If we can go through this, then so much problems will be solved. But this is very rare to get, that kick or that chastisement. So, and just one particle, a particle of the foot dust, Prabhupada said, that can give guarantee that anartha nivritti is over. So it's an act of great compassion, actually. But externally people cannot realize this. So, and Vaishnavas, they can never behave like this, but it is only when really this Karuna Shakti, the full kripa of the Lord is entering, and then a disciple, he becomes the object of the chastisement of Guru. So to get chastisement of Guru is not an easy thing. It's very rare. And like in the case also of Pundarik Vidyanidhi. No, Pundarik Vidyanidhi, he was also chastised, even from Jagannath himself, because he was criticizing those pandas that they are not washing the clothes which is offered to Lord Jagannath, some starch clothes they are not washing, and they're touching it. So it's all this discussion in the Chaitanya Bhagavat. And then also it is said there that in the dream, Lord Jagannath and Balaram, they came and they slapped Pundarik Vidyanidhi from both sides, and he had all, next morning when he wake up, he had all his cheeks red in color. But then what Swarup Damodar said? Swarup Damodar said that you are most fortunate, because first of all, that Lord Jagannath appears in one's dream, how rare it is. No, but not only appearing in a dream, but you get also a slap from Krishna and Balaram in your dream. So this is huge, big kripa. So who can get this? So chastisement like this, others, they just run with their offense. But in this way, the Lord immediately, he rectified his offense. I mean, this is all like a lila also. but because Pundarik Viranidhi, he cannot do any offense actually, but in that case it was immediately solved. No? So that is really when Guru and Vaishnava, they are looking so much after us that they immediately want to rectify us. Others, they just let them. Maybe next year, maybe they change after 5 years, maybe they change after 10 years. But those whom they have really they want to, and to get this is very, very rare. So this is very, very rare. And Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, also he said that all the community of those arrogant persons, they have to take millions of births just to understand their all auspicious kick on the head, of a Vaishnava, or the chastisement of a Vaishnava, because external they will just criticize. And until, he said in this commentary, their offenses are really zero, then they can never have this fortune. So to receive that auspicious kick, that Karuna Shakti of a pure Vaishnava, because the moment that we receive that dust, then all our material contamination is just washed away, and yes, real devotional service can start. That's why also Prahlad Maharaj said, Naisham matista vaduru kramangrim sprishatya narta bhagamo yadarta mahiyasham vararachobhishekam niskinjananam navrineta yavat. He said that unless we can try so many things, but unless we are favored by the dust of the food dust of the Niskinchan devotee, not ordinary devotee, Niskinchan devotee, those who really have no attachment to anything in this world, only to the Lord. If we get them, unless we get their food dust, it's impossible to become free ourselves. And in Srimad Bhagavatam also, Rahuknadat tapassinayati na jaichaya nirvapanat krihatva na chandosha na eva jala agni suryayer vina mahat padarachu vishikam. It is said that you can do tapasya and take sannyas or brahmachari, and even Jala Agni Suryayir. No, the Jala means water and Agni means fire, or Surya, sun, because some yogis, they are trying. You can find some, even nowadays, just the Indian military men, they found one person in the Himalaya, there, up, naked, only coping. He is running there, I don't know, 4,500 meters above sea level, and in the mountains, all covered with snow. He has his dreadlocks, is running there. By chance, they saw, because they make a small, someone put, because he has a phone nowadays, so he filmed this person. So he's living there. And there are really some, they exist there. Also another person, his hut, he's get always covered, like with full snow. He's living also almost naked. They sit outside in the snow, they do everything, they just out of pran, they also eat nothing, they drink also nothing, very little. They melt some ice water and then they drink, and otherwise they have some, this yogic power they have, but it's said here that all these, if you do this to meditate in ice, to do yoga, tapasya, or in sun also, in the fire. Some in Vrindavan I saw also, they have one circle of fire, and then in the middle they sit inside. So different kinds of tapasya are there, but he said, Srimad Bhagavatam says that this way millions of births, we cannot be successful. Only by the foot dust of the pure Vaishnava, then we can really be rectified. These processes, maybe they burn down the bamboo, let's say, but the roots are still there. No? For some time, okay, but the roots are not destroyed. So bhakti has the only power, and for that we need the foot dust of the Vaishnava. And yes, so Trinada Bhisunichana, that is the humility. What is Trinada Bhisunichana, Torora Bhisahishana, Amanina Manadina, Kirtanya Sarahari. So we all know this verse, and it's that humility, to be more humbler than a blade of grass, means to have no false ego, like ahankara, which is the aham, I am for me, or I do, false ego. And so if we don't practice this shloka, this third shloka, then Kirtanya Sarahari, it is not possible to continuously chant. So the grass, it is the Vaishnavas to say, that the grass is, in that case, our teacher, because the grass, it seeks no attention from anyone. If you look in a green field, no piece of grass want to be greater than the other. They are just standing there and unrecognized, yes, just one grass between millions of other grass pieces. And so they don't look for recognition. And really, now, if you go to the universities, they learn all things, everything, so many things, to become, actually, in the words of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, to become what? Donkey. We discussed also, donkey has always heavy load at the end, but gets nothing. So, but the most vital thing, which can just the plain nature teach us, like if you look in the open field, nobody can see, actually, that this essential thing, to learn humility. But even that grass, Babaji Maharaj told, he said it has some ego, because if you step on it, yes, naturally it bows down, but again it will stand up after some time to the platform of false ego. So Babaji Maharaj says that to become humbler than a blade of grass means to have no false ego at all in this material world, with this material identification. So even the cow, they cannot eat this, or the goat, so because it's not there. So this is, practically speaking, only pure Guru and Vaishnava, they can actually be Trinada Bhisunichana without any ahankara, false ego. Otherwise it's very, very rare. We can only speak about Trinada Bhisunichana, and yes, Prabhu, Dandavat, but Trinada Bhisunichana, on that level, even Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami himself, he would say that when I wanted to join the Gaudiya Math, I was reading this shloka, Trinada Bhisunichana, Tarora Bhisahishana, Amanina Manadina, Kirtanya Sari, to be more tolerant than a tree, more humbler than a blade of grass, giving respect to all others but not expecting respect for myself. In this way one can chant continuously. When I heard this, I said, it's impossible. I can never become a Vaishnava. This Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami said, of whom all other senior Vaishnavas say that he is the embodiment of Trinada Bhisunichana. So how Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami, he always, Babaji Maharaj tells, when someone was coming in his room, he just was hearing the door open, and then immediately he would already offer pranam. Doesn't know even who is coming. Some stranger, some child, or anyone. He would always offer pranam first to those persons. And also that example which we hear from Babaji Maharaj when Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami was on the train, they're traveling, not like first class, always normal class, so with all people, can you imagine, like a normal Indian train with thousands of people, and then just one young boy or he was, I don't know, some person, he put, not young boy, elderly boy, he wanted to put the head, he put his hand on the head of Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami. And other devotees say, hey, what you're doing? Go. And Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri, why you so harsh? He just want to bless me. No, so this not actually, he's feeling like this. And that time when they say also, the devotees, they were disturbed, or some devotee on the other side, there in Navadvip, he's saying that you're Kanishta. And Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami would say, oh really? That I didn't know even I have any position in this Vaishnavata. So it's good. I'm Kanishta, like this way. And one time there was a quarrel because the Srila Bhakti Dayat Madhav Goswami Maharaj and Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, they were somewhere preaching and they went back to the mat with one taxi. They took one taxi. And at that time, Madhav Maharaj, when they reached the mat, he just go quickly out because he had to do something. And before, they had 1 meter, and that person wanted actually more money. But Madhav Maharaj, he just gave exactly that amount. And then he went out from the car. And Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, his elder, he was just sitting backside, and then this taxi driver, he would say, oh, this is somehow blasphemed, Madhav Maharaj. And then he became like Narasinghan, or he became very harsh to that driver. So, but this also is actually absolutely Trinada Bhisunechana, because to become angry when Vaishnavas are criticized or blasphemed. This is Prabhupada said the same thing, that if Vaishnavas are criticized, then one must protest. So otherwise you can even be deviated from your bhajan. So humbleness is not just some sweet words, some nice behavior, but this is the absence of the desire for pratishta. That is the definition what Babaji Maharaj gives us about humility. What is really humility? So to have no desire, no smell of desire for pratishta. If we have this, then yes, we are really Trinada Bhisunechana. But otherwise, externally we can be so sweet and so humble, but if we are still full of pratishta inside, then it's useless. Our Guru Varga, they all warn us about this. So no material desires also. That is another meaning which the Vaishnavas always give when they speak about that shloka. That humility is actually when there are no material desires in us. So only we want to engage everything what we have in Guru and Vaishnava, and whatever they want from us, we do. We just follow. If we just follow and be in Anugatya, have not our own desires, our own, we make our own conclusions, no. This is not humility. To be humble means to be completely, fully in the Anugatya of Guru and Vaishnava. So these are some of the definitions which our Guru Varga they give on actual humility. So in the case of Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, externally looks like not that it is Trinada Bhisunechana, but it is 100% Trinada Bhisunechana. Once also at the time when the ISKCON, the Hare Krishna temples, they were opened more and more, some new temples were coming, so I think it was even here in Mayapur. And that time it was rural area, no? Some robbers and some, they tried to create some problems. They wanted to, I don't know, to steal something or to destroy something. But then the devotees, they had some guns, and they shoot also. And then this rumor was going around, and because the village people, they say, how these devotees, they're building a temple, what kind of, they're speaking of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching, more humbler than a blade of grass, and but they are running around with a gun. And this came to, later to Srila Bhakti Rakshak Shiradev Goswami Maharaj. He was there in Koladvip, in his mat, and this news was spreading. And then what Srila Bhakti Rakshak Shiradev Goswami Maharaj said, he said that, of whom Srila Bhakti Shira Maharaj said that one who has completely understood my conception, Srila Prabhupada would say, no, about Srila Maharaj. That, so he said that they have done right. And he said, yes, we should be humble in front of devotees, but not in front of crazy persons. So this is who is humble and who is not. This only pure Guru and Vaishnava, they can really say and understand. Ordinary people, they can make a show, yes, of so-called humility and nothing else. But also if, for example, a dog is going to the temple, then what we do? We pay him pranam. No, we go with a stick. Ho, ho, go. We cannot allow the dog to come in the temple. Others will say, oh, now you are not spiritual, it's also a soul. Yes, we respect the soul inside, but he cannot go in the temple, not a dog. So that's why we need to understand in this way. So real humbleness, we can only learn from pure devotees. Other, they will, they can teach us, no, to become really slaves of Guru and Vaishnava. That is also what Srila Bhakti Rakshak Shri Goswami Maharaj said. To become slaves of Guru and Vaishnava, this is Trinada Bhisunichana. So many nice definitions on which we really can meditate, because these are very essential things. And yeah, so this we can only learn from them, no one else. Otherwise, humility in this world is all like a show. That is the real meaning of humility, to be in the Anugatya, to become like a dog of Guru and Vaishnava. And yeah, there's another place, I think quickly we can also mention it, and this Modadrumadvip also, because there's the house of Saranga Murari. Saranga Murari is just next the residence of Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. So those who went there, please try to go there now. And it was here when once Mahaprabhu, he came to this residence of Saranga Murari, and he was asking him that you're doing everything alone in your ashram. How possible? So why you don't have any disciples? And Srila Saranga Goswami would say that I cannot find anyone who is really qualified. And Mahaprabhu said, anyone who surrenders to you, he will become qualified by your power, by your bhajan power. So you just go. And then he said, okay, then from tomorrow on, the next morning, when the first person which I see, I will initiate. And then as usually, he was going to the Ganga, taking his bath, and what happened, that one corpse was just floating in the Ganga. Okay, that's it, the first person. So he took that person out of the water and speak the Diksha mantras in the ear of that person. And then that body became alive again. And then he bowed down that soul, I mean this person now, to Saranga Murari, And he said that actually yesterday I was bitten by a snake, by a poisonous snake. And from then onwards, I don't know what happened. And then this news was spread that because our relatives, the parents also searching, I mean, they came to know that he's still alive. And they said that when they came to Saranga Murari's house, they said to him, we tried everything, all remedies and this, but you were not getting back your life. So, and it is the rule, we cannot burn you. Those who are bitten by a snake, they cannot be burned. They can thrown in the Ganga. So that's why we throw you in the Ganga, and in this way, yes. So now, if you want, please, they want that he comes back, but he said no. Now I will surrender to this sadhu, and I will stay the rest of my life here. Really, this pastime shows that the power of Sadhu, Guru and Vaishnava, that they really can bring back the dead persons. Because we also, are we not also somehow dead bodies? No? In the words or in the eyes of Babaji Maharaj, surely. Because Babaji Maharaj always saying that all the people in this world, they are just walking dead bodies. And it seems, yes, that they have life, but actually there is no life. Because what means life? Babaji Maharaj tells Sharanagati. No? Sharanagati Bhakkatera Pran. That is the life heirs of the devotee. And if we don't have this, then we are lifeless. Maybe we walk around, we do everything like biologically, but we are not spiritually alive. So only Guru and Vaishnava, they can really teach us how to become alive. And without the activation of this seva mood, we will just be roam around like a lifeless dead body. So that activation of seva mood, if this is there, then we have become alive. And yeah, so when Guru and Vaishnava, they give us the Diksha mantras, and we also practice according to that very carefully, then slowly, our original constitutional position as a loving servant of Gauranga, Srimad Mahaprabhu, they will be awakened, will come back again. So it is not strange, at all that Saranga Goswami Maharaj, he brings back the corpses back to life, so we can see it in our own life also. That how before Guru and Vaishnava, we were completely material, but now changed so much. So from that moment, we really sincerely associate with Guru and Vaishnava, then our life slowly becomes really back. And real life starts. So in this way, we can pray to all Guru Vaishnavas so that, yes, please wake me up from this corpse-like stage, in which there is no consciousness really, and engage me in the service in the eternal service of the Lord. Yeah, so I think time is over, and I can continue next week by the mercy of Guru and Vaishnava. And now many nice days are coming also. And let's see. Okay then, thank you as always for your time, and I hope somehow you get some inspiration, and yes, Dandavat Pranam to all. Jai Gaur.